Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This reading is for anyone whose sun, moon, or ascendant is in the awesome sign of Sagittarius for the month of December. So, since I'm recording and we're actually in December, these energies are going to be showing up for you really strong right away. It's not something that we're going to have to work our way into. It's probably going to be already happening and in progress. But there are a few things that I'd like to discuss with you first. I don't like long YouTube speeches before, so I'm going to try to make it really quick. The first thing is I am using a different deck this month. It is the Silver Witchcraft Tarot by Barbara Moore. It is one of my personal favorite decks. It's very soft, very ethereal, feminine. It just has a completely different vibe than the one that I normally use, which is very graphic, patriarchal, much more of the traditional tarot in its imagery. It's also very violent, and this one is the opposite of that. There's no violent cards in this deck. It's very about the best possible outcome with that card, no matter how bad the card is. So even though like you receive the Ten of Swords, it's still a very positive looking card. So I felt like that was needed for the month of December. It's a very big month for beginnings, even more so I would say than January, because it's the first time in the year that we start to consider what we want to do. Especially romantically, it tends to be a time where we feel either really heightened in our love or really missing someone in our love. So keep an open heart through December. Keep your walls low and allow people to come to your life in a positive way. And not any destructive, negative activity, of course, but allow people in December is what I would say. Now we can actually jump into the reading, Sagittarius. The first card that actually came up for you is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is all about waiting. If you look at him, he's comfortable in his yoga pose, but it probably takes a lot of strength and a lot of focus to stay there in that position. And that's going to be you for the month of December in love, Sagittarius. It's going to take a lot of strength and a lot of focus and a lot of contemplation because you're in your waiting phase. You're waiting on somebody. And I would say this is actually somebody in particular, but it doesn't have to be. It's either that you're at a point where you're ready to commit, you're ready to have that marriage, you're ready to have those kids, whatever it is that you're looking to create in your life and the way that you want love to manifest for you, you are now in serious contemplation over how to get it. Now, whether this is a particular person is interesting to say, because you have people that are single that are welcoming some new person into their life, and then you have people that are looking at someone in particular saying, wow, that's the man or woman that I want to be with for the rest of my life. I have now chosen the love of my life. Or you are, like I said, in serious contemplation where you have realized the love of your life is now welcome in your life. But there are a few things that you're going to have to kind of jump over because there are a few hurdles, but they're not anything that is terrible or anything. It's just things that are coming to an end. You're at the end of a cycle, and I know that's really stereotypical to say about December, but I feel like you're kind of mixing the two energies. One is fading out and the other one is coming in very strong. So with that being said, you're waiting on someone, probably someone in particular, Sag. You have the King of Swords that's crossing you. So if you have somebody in your life, and this is representing a particular person for you, this can be a Libra, an Aquarius, or a Gemini. And that's the stereotypical version of the King of Swords. But also the King of Swords can be somebody that is very logical, very analytical, So if you have a man in your life or a woman in your life that has to think about things, she has to know where she stands. She's really good at communication, he or she, but at the same time, they might not be too forthcoming with their feelings, then this could be somebody that is going to come into your life or that is in your life. And you're going to have to kind of let your guard down around that particular person. So what I'm seeing is with the King of Swords, it's all based around thought. It's all based around communication. And what it's letting me know is there's something that's happening inside of you internally where you're at the point where you have to make a choice, or you're waiting on somebody to make a choice, is actually what I think it is personally, Sagittarius. And that's not saying that you don't have the option to choose, but I think more in this situation, you've recognized your feelings for a particular person. You've come to grips with it. You know that they're not going anywhere or that they're not going to change, and you're allowing them to just be, which is a great place to be. A lot of people don't like the Hanged Man because it denotes suffering, but the bottom line is it is exciting to be in love, and it doesn't really matter what point you're at, whether you're at the good or the bad. Now, don't get me wrong, we always love to be in the good portion of love and relationships, but sometimes you have to work, and I don't see betrayal or lies or anything. What I'm really seeing is circumstances and outside burdens kind of tugging at the fabric of this relationship, and this person is going to have to make a decision about what's really important to him or her in order to make this relationship happen and to have this chance of new love. So your crowning card is the Ace of Cups. So that's letting me know that you're thinking and wanting to express this love. And the Ace of Cups is really about being able to freely give and to freely express yourself and have the love, creativity, and joy that you need in a relationship. Now, that is going to be naturally kind of difficult with the King of Swords, regardless. For me personally, I don't see the King of Swords as a very loving man. That doesn't mean that he isn't. It just means that thought is going to come first. This reading is really about choice. It's really about two people coming to a place and saying, there is so much potential for love and relationship here. Is that going to be my choice? And the guards in this relationship, the walls are coming down. You have the Nine of Wands. Now this is it in the upright. You have it in reverse. So this is about, traditionally this is a man or a woman that is standing with eight wands in back of him or her, and with one wand in their hand, and they're on the lookout. They're on the lookout for people to treat them badly, for people to hurt them, for people to approach them in an aggressive way. And in this version, it's a man sitting down with a cat in his lap in front of a fire. And he's basically telling a story. And a lot of how we let our guards down when we're around people is getting to know each other better and telling each other about the intimate things that pass between, our personal story. So this is letting me know that if you're interested in having a relationship with this particular person, you have to open up the doors of communication in order for that decision to happen in your favor. And you have to allow those walls to drop and have some sort of backstory conversation or some sort of something to kind of allow the fake walls to dissolve, because they're not real. There's actually love here. There's actually feelings and real devotion here. But I think there are other things standing in the way. There are 2 reversed wands cards in the spread, and there are 2 tens. And I feel like whenever you get 2 tens, it means the cycle is over. The cycle is at an end. So in this particular relationship, you've probably been facing small circumstances that have been making you unhappy, that have been adding up over time. It might have been, something small like a date that didn't work out, or you and your partner don't spend time together anymore, or maybe it's even the fact that and I know some people aren't going to like this, but maybe you've met the love of your life, and you feel like this is the person for you, and they feel like you're the person for them, but the relationship isn't going to work because they have responsibilities or duties elsewhere. Or maybe they have a relationship already. Or maybe they have children and their time goes to their children or their work, and it's not allowing them space and time with you. It could be a whole bunch of different things that have kind of slowed down the wheels. But the reason I say that is because when you have the wheel in reverse, now this is it in the upright, is about 3 women that are connected to fate. So it's saying everyone is connected to fate, everyone is connected to a greater purpose in life, and we all are following that purpose. Now, with it in reverse, it's letting me know that with you being in this sedentary state and being in this, kind of contemplative, suffering, waiting game that you're playing with yourself and your partner, you're kind of not following fate with this relationship. You having your guard up high and feeling like, oh, I have to be logical about this choice and I have to make a decision. It's not helping you progress towards love. And you have probably all of these things, these signs, these moments that are pushing you in one direction, especially when you have major arcana that are about thinking, contemplation, fate, and strength and willpower in terms of creating something beautiful. In a love relationship, strength is a beautiful card to get. So 3 beautiful cards, 4 beautiful cards if you can put the Ace of Cups in there, because the Ace of Cups is one of the best love cards that you can get. It really is talking about you following your heart. Get out of your head, get out of the reasons, get out of the circumstances. Now, I'm not trying to say go to this person and dump all your feelings on them. That's not what I'm saying, because that's not going to work. But what will work is you moving slowly and steadily towards opening up with this person and having some solid ground to stand on and really building something with this particular person, because right now the wheel is upside down and it's saying that it's moving you in a certain direction, but the direction that it's moving you in might be a bit uncomfortable. It might be something that you're not 100% ready to face, something you're not ready to deal with. It might cause you to go against public opinion in your life. The 9 of Wands also has to do a lot with the energies that we allow in and out of our life. Sometimes that happens to be people and their opinions. Keep people and their opinions out of your love life. Allow your love life to be your own. Now, what else I would say is strength, especially attached to the Ace of Cups. Now, in reverse, right? This is strength. And normally strength is depicted by a woman who's standing next to this lion, this tamed, lovable lion. And in here you see it's a person who has kind of either a mask or something over his face to create some sort of illusion. And strength in reverse really talks about when you lose your strength, you lose hope. So there's a part of you that knows, okay, this is the love of my life, or this is somebody that I could really see myself in a serious, intimate relationship with. But for whatever reason, there are holdups or there are setbacks. And the setbacks are causing you to have doubt, right? And that's natural. And you feel like it's just the way the world is. Like, it has nothing to do with your choice, nothing to do with your decision, nothing to do with what you're creating. It's just the way the world is right now. You're going to sit and think about it some more. But don't let love pass you by. Because right now you're looking at it as if something has already died. And the Ten of Swords traditionally is a man that's stabbed in the back by 10 different swords. And in this one, like I said, everything in this deck is nicer. So he's already buried and gone, and this beautiful depiction of these butterflies that are basically over his grave in a sense. So you're burying this. You're burying this so deep inside of yourself that you're kind of unwilling to admit that you have feelings for someone, or that you're in a space to have the love of your life walk in. And if you're in disbelief about that, it's really hard to bring it in. So catch those thoughts. Catch everyone, because you're sitting there thinking all the time. So catch those thoughts. If you know who the love of your life is, and it really is real, and that means it has to be reciprocated and understood. Don't let circumstances stop you from being with this person. Now you also have the Ten of Wands in reverse. And the Ten of Wands is about carrying a burden, but feeling like you're going to be established and you're going to have some sort of reward at the end of carrying this burden. And in reverse it says you've given up and you've let go. So those are two very serious cards about endings and you deciding how this is going to end. Now, I personally, from looking at this, don't think this is over. I'm going to pull your 2 outcome cards and see what you get. Oh, we had a flyer. And it's a very good flyer. The 9 of Cups. Okay. Let's see what we get for our second one. Oh, wow. Okay, so Sag, this is the best reading that I've given for you and myself. So, you received the 9 of Cups, which is getting your wish. So that's saying to you, woosah. Like, you and this person are at a place where things are coming to an end in their life so you can start something new. And that's what this Ace of Cups is about. So you have the 10 of Swords right here. That's the foundation that's saying, I know I'm at the end of something. I'm letting it go. But on your mind, you have this new love that's there for you. And it's saying, your hope is that you're like, I'm going to get my wish. Like, there's a part of you that even though you're burying this and you're keeping this inside and you're like, I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to let it be wherever it is. I'm just going to keep moving forward and stay with my thoughts and, go to work, go to school, do whatever it is that I do with my personal time and keep moving. But it's saying, even with the negativity that's in your mind, something positive, you're still manifesting something wonderful. You're still, fate, even though the wheel is in reverse, fate is still on your side. It's still working for you. Even when bad things happen, we have to reassess why those things are happening. What did we learn? What didn't we learn? What needs to happen now? And that's what this hangman is about, you contemplating. Take that time to contemplate, but also let down those guards. Open yourself up, allow yourself to express this new love, and don't take it on as a burden. Take it on as a joy. Make it a choice. Give yourself some free room to play. And Sag, that's what you're really good at, is playing, visioning, having all of these ideas and thoughts for the future. And you're going to build a real foundation with somebody. You received the Four of Wands, and this is the marriage card. This is moving in together. This is having hope for the future in a real relationship, in a real way. It's everyday life with this person, not just not just the nice thoughts about someone, but real everyday life. So for December, you are going to have a great outcome towards the end of the month. There's going to be something that happens that allows you to talk to this person, be around this person, open up some doors. It might not get you all the way into a steady relationship with this person, but you would definitely be moving in that direction. So with that being said, that is your reading for the month of December. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I miss you guys, and I hope you have an amazing holiday celebrating wherever you are with whoever you love, and that you are very happy. All right. Bye, everyone.